Hey, this is Jordan Hammond. This is my to-do app, where the technologies I use were MySQL, Node, and JavaScript. On the lighter end, I use Angular, jQuery, HTML, and CSS. Let's get things going. I will restart the servers so you can see what's going on. npm run watch, that is just my custom command to do a few things. I'll show you what those are. From package.json, I have this line here. That's what I just commanded my terminal to do. It's only taking in these four things and then the actual node app.js to get the server running, just so I don't have to retype everything over and over again. And these four here are just accounting for if there's a change in any SCSS file or JS file, it actually goes ahead and updates it in my dist folder. And then the top two are just concatenating it for me. So I can just go and get them all into one folder. So let's see the actual app. We'll refresh it. See, I have 7 tasks. They were curated myself, or I curated them myself. And this is coming from a Git API call. And I'm doing that from my app.js right here. It is saying app.get whenever this is called API/task. That was called here in task service from this. And this it returns the get, which is up here, and just a nice easy way to make the call. So I call it, and once I do, I'm going to call the control database function. It's going to be using taking requests and response, obviously, but most importantly, the query. I am sending this in to right here to here, and then that in itself is actually what is being communicated to the database. So when I did that, I was selecting every single row or value in task, and then ordering it by task ID in descending order. And you can see here the actual database. Nothing too fancy, just something simple. Has a task ID, auto incrementing obviously, and the title. Title is the only thing that the user can actually input or impact from the browser. And then status, you get a 1 or a 0. 1 means the task is finished, 0 means it's not. So let's go ahead and add a task in, see what happens. We have a bunch of things in here. It's hard to think of a task. I will clean my room. And it comes right to the top. Actually wasn't able to do that with the database, had to do it with Angular, which is fine, so I'm pretty good with Angular. I like it. So I clean my room. Now that's a new task. And what happened was, from here, did a post right here, and what it did is it took jumped ahead again, and from task service did add task, which returned a post. And I'll go and take a step back so you can see where that came from. Came from home controller, and right here, self.new task. I called task service.add task. Task service is here, which called this. And while I'm thinking about it, the self.tasks.push is actually what makes it appear dynamically. Because if you don't have this, then it will just, you have to refresh the page to actually see the change. So I called it, and the post, it was made to here. The task is what's going to be the request. And we can go to app.js and see this post. Same idea. It's just going to take this query right here and add it or bring it into the to fill this value there. So once it does, it just inserts that task using looking for the columns of title and status, and then brings in the value of title, which is, like I said, the only thing that the user can actually input. But let's say I don't really feel like actually cleaning my room. I take it all back. Let's delete it. When you delete it, it actually will make a delete, That comes from same here, remove task, and then we have that right, task service dot delete task being called here, returns the remove function, and within app.js right here we are calling it, we are looking for the actual ID of the task. Once we have it, we can just get the params or the ID of the params and delete from task where the value of task ID is equal to that ID. So we don't delete the whole table. And let's say I finally paid the water bill. As you can check that off. When I do that, it is a post as well. It's happening right here. It first comes in through status update. It looks a little convoluted. It's just so I can keep things up to date dynamically through the page. And then task service, I call it update task here. I guess I don't need to console log anymore and just see what's going on. And it brings in a URL and with the status. And the purpose of that is just to actually get the params out of it, or get the status and ID out of the params, so I can actually update task and then set the status and set the ID down here, or set the status where the ID is equal to the right one, because I don't want to set the status of every single one, just the specific task. Again, this is just what's communicating with the database. So we can always just uncheck it, check it, delete. Does everything it was supposed to do, and this is again done through MySQL, Node, and JavaScript. Thank you.